you're looking for the best team to go into Weekend Classic with, look no further, because I'm going to give you some of the best players at each position to make your team the best possible squad to make sure you're getting the best opportunity to win some games this weekend and unlock some great rewards. So if you don't know what Weekend Classic is, it's a mode where it goes off of your ranked rating, and if you win 6 games and go 6-0, you'll get a ton of rewards for it. As you can see, I'm a gold 2 tier, which is 800 to 899 World Series ranking, and if I win 1 game, I get 12 bonus of habit packs. I win 2 games, I get a spotlight pack. 3-4 wins, you get weekend packs, you get a chase pack, and you also can get up to 5 live series packs, as well as you're getting 10, 7, 3, and 3K stubs along the way. If you also get high on the leaderboard, you can get even more packs and opportunities. Gold 1, silver 2, work down the line, as you keep going through. So with that being said, in these games, they're very highly ranked games, so you're going to have to come out with a pretty good squad if you want to win, or at least guys that you're comfortable with. Now, this is going to be my squad as of right now. Today, I'm filming this on Tuesday. Again, a lot of things can change with the Wednesday update if people are getting added or subtracted, but for now, this is going to be the squad I'm looking to use. With that being said, I run a little bit different of a team, as I run double captains with JT to get plus 5 contact and power left with speed and pitching clutch. Not only that, but I also run a pitching captain of Jeff Hoffman because I run a few Blue Jays in the lineup, give them plus 3 power, and also give the hits per 9 to a guy like Al Leiter. So I run a few Blue Jays. I'm a Blue Jay bias. I run Bo Bichette at shortstop, but I also am running the JT, who's the best defensive catcher in the game and can throw out guys with 99 speed like Corbin and all of them who often steal. PCA. He's a great catcher to have if you're looking to throw out the guys that constantly steal. Chase Utley's a guy I'm using at second base. Second base right now is kind of up in the air. So for now, I'm just using him, but I'm going to go through each position and give you guys like 3 to 4 guys that I think you guys should be using. So let's hop straight into it, starting with the catcher position. I think the best catcher in the game is going to be Carlos Santana, obviously on the more expensive end, but if you can get your hands on him, he is by far and away the best hitting catcher in the game. I bat 468 with him. His stats are absolutely nuts on both sides. Just defensively, he lacks a little bit. He's so good. I like the JT so far. I'm batting 457 with him, limited ABs, but so far his swing is pretty good. He's the best defensive catcher, but the best budget catcher that you can get for pretty cheap is going to be this Yasmani Grandal. Obviously, I got him P5 very fast. He's an awesome swing, awesome swing in this game with great power, great clutch. Again, the defense is a little bit lackluster, but not the end of the world. He's a perfect catcher to have in your lineup. And then the next catcher we'd probably have is Ted Simmons, who'd be your next guy up. Or you can use Jorge Posada, but again, he's very expensive. So if you have Jorge or you have Ted Simmons, those would be the guys I would go to next. But I think those first 3 are kind of the best 3 right now. The best first baseman you can have is obviously going to be Gil Hodges. There's no real second place right now that's even remotely close to Gil Hodges. Lou Gehrig is an all right player if you want to use him. He just came out in the program. He's free, but I think Gil Hodges is far and away the best first baseman. But again, if you don't have Gil Hodges, there's a few really good options. I think Carlos Delgado is a great card to use. Again, very cheap. Really a budget card. Great contact on both sides, great power on both sides, great clutch as well. You also can use a guy like Luis Reyes, who's also very good in this game. His swing is very nice. Great clutch, good contact and power on both sides. He's a very viable first baseman. As well as you can put guys like Chase Headley as a secondary first baseman, Heimer as a secondary first baseman, and a one that a lot of people run, which is Anthony Santander. He's on my bench, as a second first baseman. Those would be the main guys I'd be looking at first base. Second base is a very up in the air. I just would stay away from Brian Dozier at all costs. His swing is awful. Do not use him despite his stats. I promise you, he does not play up to his stats. He plays very below it. Brian Roberts is in a similar light where he just doesn't play up to his stats, but he's not a bad card. Switch hitter, can definitely get the job done for you. The main cards I'd be looking at are either Chase Utley. I'm looking at this Luis Renfroe as well. I think he's also looks really good. Obviously, an Angel second baseman. He's a little bit pricey right now, but switch hitter, pretty good on both sides. Good fielding for the most part. 61 speed gets the job done. He's another great second baseman to use. You can also use Ketel Marte, who I think is a solid option as long as he's the inside edge during the weekend. I think he's viable. And Jorge Posada is going to be the other one to be looking at for the second base position. Then we're going to shortstop. It's going to be Willie Castro 10 out of 10 times. I don't have him. He's 300K. He's the best. He's one of the best cards in the game. He's the best shortstop in the game by far as of right now. Not by far, but he's definitely the best second baseman as he's switch hitter. Contact right and left are out of this world. Solid power on both sides with 125 clutch. Good fielding as well. 81 speed to round it out. Just Really, really good shortstop. I'd be using him if you have him or can afford him. Then I'd be going to Bo Bichette, another expensive card, but his hitting stats are out of this world. 105 contact, 125 contact with 104 power, 92 power, so just a little bit more. Then Castro on the other side, 124 clutch as well, so he's going to be really high clutch. His defense obviously is lackluster, but if you get him P'd up, he is all right defense. 54 speed, and once I get him P5, 55 speed is definitely viable at the position. You might want to DH him though. Another good shortstop I really have liked as of recently is Ezekiel Tovar. He's a righty bat, but good contact on both sides. A good enough power. His defense is nuts, but his swing is really, really good. I've had a really good success with him, batting 370 so far to start. I know a lot of people use Xavier Edwards as well. Defense is lackluster, but he's really good speed, really good steal, good contact. I just don't like the low power, but I know some people use him. Then going to third base, I think it's really between Scott Rowland right now. He's kind of far and away the best third baseman. And then you also have Chase Headley, who I think is a really, really good option. Just struggles versus lefties. There's a lot of really good third basemen in this game that you can use. This Mark is really good for the Mets. Royce Lewis, I've seen a lot of people use. These are all very good options. Heimer is an awesome, awesome option to use. Just a little bit more on the expensive side. Jose Ramirez is also someone you just can't go wrong with. These are the main guys I would use. If you're on a budget, I would go Ryan McMahon as my next up. And then outside of that, there's not too many guys I would use it down below them. At the DH spot, there's a ton of spots you can go. Carlos Santana is probably one of the best. Aaron Judge is one of the best. If you can do Santana, I would, but there's also a lot of other options that you can use with pretty good success. If you want to use a Fernando Tatis, if you have the live series done, he's a really good option. But mainly the budget options are going to be a lot of those third basemen we've already talked about. Brent Rooker is probably my favorite option to use at DH. If you need a budget guy, like he's gonna rake baseballs. He's an awesome swing, elite power on both sides, great contact on both sides, righty bat and a lefty meta. 66 speed is enough to get around the bases as well. He's awesome, awesome, awesome DH that I would definitely be looking to use. And if you go to the outfield, Byron Buxton, I think I have one of the best outfields you can have. Maybe replace Corbin Carroll with Springer. Since I have the boost, I just use Springer, but I'll probably use Corbin there if you have a right fielder. But for the most part, at left field, you're not going to want to use any of these left fielders. They're all very below average outside of Jock Peterson if you want him in the field, but I wouldn't really use him in the field. I'd use him at DH. You're going to go into secondary left fielders. You're going to use either a Corbin Carroll. You're going to move Beltran over. You're going to move one of the center fielders over, whether it's PCA, whether it's Ken Griffey, whether it's Garcia. One of these guys is going to go over in left field for you before any real left fielders so far. But I have Byron Buxton there right now, who I think is the best option in left field. Obviously, he's out of position, but his defense is still good enough to get the job done. His hitting stats are out of this world. He plays nutty for me, 443 batting average with 19 home runs so far. He's raking the baseball. By far and away, the best center fielder is Carlos Beltran. Adolis Garcia is a very, very good option. Ken Griffey's a very good option. PCA is a very good option. There's a bunch of different center fielders that you can go with that I really don't mind, that really aren't that bad. The other great option that you can get at right field is going to be Corbin Carroll. I like George Springer a lot. He's obviously going to cost you a little bit of stubs. Corbin Carroll, Fernando Tatis, Aaron Judge. Those are your guys, really. George Springer is another one of your guys. If you want to go down to Mike Trout and have low contact, if you're playing on lower difficulties, if you're playing on veteran, you can do that. But at the higher levels, you're going to want to stick to mainly those few guys I listed. In the starting pitching rotation, you're going to want Roger Clemens. I think realistically, I have one of the best pitching rotations right now you can have. So these would be kind of the main guys I would go after. In Roger Clemens, Al Leiter's so good and so cheap. You have to make sure you have Al Leiter. John Don, who's also very, very cheap right now. Dustin May, who's literally free. Corbin Burns, who's like 15K. You can get this lineup for a very low price. Outside of Roger, if you had to replace Roger, I would put in guys like Walker Buehler. I would put in Rocky's not horrible to use. Paul Skeens isn't bad to use either. If you want to go a little bit even more budget, Mike Mussina is not a bad option to use. And then the last guy I would think about using is maybe a Chris Sale. But outside of those main guys, these are going to be the guys I'm going to be rocking with every single time. And then we go to the bullpen. A lot of the bullpen could be replaced with new guys that are in the auction house. If you want the Felix Bautista, who's in there, the 94 overall. Obviously, a Headley just came out as well, who's going to be absolutely cracked. But for now, I have Aroldis Chapman as a lefty. I have Ben Joyce, who's free to get. I have Jeff Hoffman, who's free to get. You can replace him with Blake Treinen and this Eric Gagne. Both of those are great options. Adam Ottavino is a great option. Luke Weaver's a great option. Do not pitch Lucas Erceg. I promise you, he will get absolutely shelled every single time he comes up. I go, thank God he's coming up, because he's the easiest pitcher to read in the game. His fastball is so easy to see out of the hand. Trevor Hoffman's a really good option as well as Michael Kopech. Those would be the main guys I'm using. Gregory Soto you can use as well. Josh Hader's an awesome budget option with Hobby Milner, who's probably the best budget pitcher in the game. Andres Munoz is another guy I have with Danny Columby, who's also a fantastic lefty. Probably the best lefty out of the pen so far. And then Darren O'Day, who I have as my closer here. But again, there's a lot of options you can use. Those are the main guys I'm using. For the store purposes, you can get a Ryan Helsley. I think he's really good. Obviously, Robert Acuna in right field could be a really good option, but he's 250K. Jim Rice just came out, 264K. I wouldn't spend that in left field realistically, but if you have him, you can use him. It's mainly going to be the Willie Castros of the world that are going to be the ones getting you. Pedro's another really good option at pitcher you can use. I don't think he's a top meta because he doesn't have a sinker, but he is a very good card. Jorge Posada we talked about before. Whitey Ford is just someone I'm not really looking to use. DJ LeMahieu I'm not looking to use. Mike Piazza you can use at catcher. I just don't really prefer him to a lot of the other guys I already listed. Dennis Eckersley is another really good relief pitcher if you want to use him. But again, he's also 100K, so you got to pay out if you really want him. Yordan Alvarez is another good DH option. I'm just kind of going through guys that would cost me a little bit more to get, but are definitely decent options. Randy Johnson's one of the best pitchers in the game. I can't believe I forgot about him, but he's definitely going to be up there as well as one of the better pitchers. Just again, no sinker, which doesn't really hurt him, but a higher difficulties, that really doesn't matter because he throws absolute heat. You could use Shohei in right field too if you really wanted. I wouldn't prefer it, but you can do that as it is a secondary position for him. I definitely would not pitch him though. And then obviously if you want to use Devers at that third base spot, you can. Outside of that, I wouldn't really use many of these other guys. Maybe Brian Reynolds if you still want to. Switch hitting bat, solid at left field. You could use him as well if you want to. Outside of that, that's probably going to be the main players I'm looking to use. So if you guys have any comments down below, hey, I missed this guy. I probably missed someone. I'm sure I did. But I tried to go through them all at the end there for you. Make sure to leave a like. Make sure to subscribe. All sort of fun shit down below, as it's the easiest way to support this channel and lets me know you guys like this sort of content. And I'll catch you guys next time. Peace.